This is really good. What's up, guys? Oh, man. So this is really good. This is the Isopure Vanilla Protein, right? I gotta say, it's pretty sweet. It's this one right here. And I find the reason I like this protein is because I don't take a multivitamin. So, I eat pretty clean and stuff. Who's that? Hey, Win, what's up? Welcome in. What up, brother? So, hope you're doing well. I'm looking at this because this super creamy Isopure protein is pretty cool because it's got a lot of the vitamins and minerals that you need, but it's just a real smooth, clean protein. And I put that mixed in with a bunch of good Greek yogurt. And I find at night, you see, at nighttime, if you're not doing anything physical, you don't really want to put a lot of carbs and fats in your body because that's just going to turn to fat. So I like to put a lot of carbs and fats in me right when I wake up, fill my glycogen up, essentially train. And then towards the end of the day, I taper off my food so I can make sure I get some good sleep. But I'll tell you, the Isopure and the Greek yogurt, this is hitting. You're doing good? Cool. What you been up to? So, what you been up to? Man, that's so good. That's about 65, 70 grams of protein. You're doing good? Good. What are you working on? I always like to ask my viewers that come in. This is a chance where you can kind of manifest what you're doing into reality. You can talk to me and tell me, hey, I'm working on this, I'm working on this. I'm always curious when the people that come into my chat, what you're working on. So you guys tell me what you're working on. Are you working on your body? You trying to get leaner? Maybe you're doing business. Maybe you're just surviving. Maybe you're someone that's going to church and doing stuff like that. Are you serving your community? What are you doing in order to keep yourself going? And what are you doing to get better at something? Because remember, one of my philosophies in life is you gotta be progressing in something. It could be the weight room, it could be your academics, it could be a physical goal, it could be business. You just want to make sure that there's something that you're progressing in. That's the key. That is the key, in my opinion. All right, let's get some water in us. Yo, 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 how are you? What is this? Hi, Gasha, you said drug enterprise? Well, I'll tell you this, to each their own, but I don't recommend doing drugs, man. That is kind of, this guy said drug enterprise. Keep it legal, man. Whatever you're doing, I promise you, you'll be happier if you keep it legal. This guy said drug enterprise. Yeah, bro. Been doing pretty good, bro. My drug enterprise is growing really good, bro. What is that? Yeah, but no joke, that's something that, in my opinion, weed is a medicine, not a drug. Well, I mean, look, THC has a benefit. That's fair. It kind of just depends how the person's using it. If someone's working all day, they're taking care of their family, they're doing everything they need to do, they're not being drug tested, and they want to smoke a joint or something at night or relax, go for it. Hey, have some fun. However, if you're someone who has a bunch of cartridges that are super high potent and you're just smoking to numb yourself, that's probably something that's not good. So I don't really think weed is good or bad. I think it's depending on how the person is using it, right? Because you even think about medicine. You can take too much of a good medicine and kill yourself, right? So that's how I view it. That's just how I view things. Gotta hydrate. We've been dehydrated lately. Got to make sure I put my water intake up. What you guys got for me? It's not who wears the mask. Well, yeah, man, it's that's what it's like. Guns don't kill people, right? People kill people. You ever seen a gun sitting there just jump up and shoot somebody? Doesn't really happen, right? You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like this. I have an addictive personality. So I'm better when I don't drink or don't smoke, unless it's a social occasion. If I have a friend and maybe my friend wants to hang out and have a couple glasses of wine, and I'm not drug tested in my industry, so I could go out and smoke a joint or smoke a blunt if I wanted to, but it's something I don't do very often. It's kind of more of a fun social engagement, but it's not something that's habitual. Things like drugs and recreationals, things that become habitual daily habits, that's not what you want. You don't want those things in your life. So you just got to find a way to balance them. What is this? Sam, you want me to follow you? Well, I'll tell you what, Sam. Go into your YouTube. How did you find the way? By making a bunch of mistakes. I found my way by making a bunch of mistakes, looking around me at people who are successful and people who are not, and aligning myself around people who are very successful. And by doing that, birds of a feather flock together. So if you show me someone's friends and who they hang out with, you can learn a lot about someone by the friends they hang around, like as far as where they're going. That's why I try to surround myself with successful people who are smart, morally and ethically sound, and they're usually pushing me to be better. And as a product, we grow together. That's what you want. So Sam, go into your YouTube and do a post. You know how you can do a short, you can do a video, but there's an option to hit the post. Hit the post and then type a message and put the @ symbol, Mind, Music, and Muscle, right? And then tag me in one of your posts. I'll see that in my feed and I'll go check out your channel. And as long as your content isn't disgusting or perverse or doing anything crazy, I'll look at it and I'll consider subscribing to your channel. Sure, especially if you're a young creator and you're trying to hit that 50 subscriber mark so you can go live. Absolutely. And tell everyone you know to do the same thing. I'm going to look at your channel, but I want to see the tag. I want you to tag me in your post because that's good for me. And then when I go through my comments, I'll go do that. Does that make sense? Well, it's not going to be hashtag. It's going to be at Mind, Music, Muscle. Reaper, love and peace. Hope everyone is blessed. Yes, sir. St. Jason, they. So Sam, does that make sense? That's my deal to you. That way you do something for me and I do something for you. Because I'm not just going to follow you for no reason. That's not how business works. We want to have a mutual exchange of benefit. Are you Jewish or Christian? No, neither. If you had to assign me a religion, I grew up in the church, so you could call me a cultural Christian, but I do not conform to any religion. I think that religion was created by man, personally, and that no human being is going to understand God. So I think nature and music and art is all beautiful, and I see that. And I just don't, religion is just something that's just not very important to me. I literally give it no thought unless I'm trying to talk to people. But I grew up in the church. I was in the church for a long time. And I learned a lot. And there's things you can learn from the Bible and all sorts of stuff. But am I any particular religion? No. Nope. I came out totally different. Okay, I came out totally different. I survived. I took risks. Experience is good to have. My perception is inhumanly sharp. Well, yeah, I mean, when you make mistakes and you learn, that's, there's a lot to be said to trial and error for sure. Changes your perception. I feel that. Very aware and sharp at mind. Anyway, left in one day, never came back. I take my own. SoundCloud, the ancient, yeah. So, the key is to try to figure out stuff without having to go through it. So if you read books of people who have lived before you, you can learn a lot from other people's experience. See, if you read a book about someone who's gone through a lot of adversity, I find you can kind of get a cheat code in life. If this person went through a bunch of stuff and wrote a book, and I read the book that they wrote, maybe I won't have to go through the stuff that they did. But at the end of the day, going through stuff is always going through stuff and not quitting is always gonna cause growth. It is what it is. More than one way to skin a cat. And pause. Choices. Hey man, can you stop for a moment? Choices, yeah. So yeah, if you come into my stream and you're gonna ask me to stop and just read your comment, then yeah, I mean, I'll read your comment when I get to it. But when people come into a stream and they're like, read my comment, it's usually a sign of a narcissist. So it's probably a good habit to correct, just so you know, brother. Do I know Islam? No. I could really care less about any form of religion. I don't care about religion too much, guys. I like to talk about it. I like to learn, but religion really doesn't do too much to me. But that's my opinion. I think science is more fun. I think how you treat people. Like if you want to find God and go out into nature and just go walk in the woods, just go walk for a day nonstop or go sit under a tree. Closest thing you're going to find to God is being out in nature and being away from society. Like Henry David Thoreau and the Walden. You know what I mean? I had a bicycle accident, made me realize how precious life is. Oh, what happened in the accident? Bicycle or motorcycle? What happened in the accident? And what about the accident made you come to that conclusion? Yeah, St. Jason, you have the ability, because you're a moderator, St. Jason, you have the ability to, hide their comments if you want. But yeah, I'm going to agree with him. Look, dude, if you want to spread your Islamic agenda, do you really think coming into my channel with 5 or 6 people is the best way to do it? All you're going to do, I mean, if I was you, I'm not Islamic, but if I was trying to push my stuff, you have no idea how many people you're going to turn off. You got to actually find people and be polite if you want people to listen to you. But good luck with trying to get people into your Islamic thing. To each their own. It's not really my cup of tea. Tribes versus tribes. My tribe, my tribe, me have tribe. My tribe right. No, my tribe right. No, we fight. There's just so much going on in the world, like so much more to think about than tribes. It's just so crazy to me. Only Muslims enter, yeah. My cup of milk. I know, I was just given a warning. Yeah, feel free. Mike Jones, my cup of milk. Mikey Jones, Milky Jones, what's your cup of milk? What's your cup of milk? What is your cup of milk? Feels good to hydrate again. I'm working on my album. Hannah, Upchurch, cool. Yeah, so guys, keep in mind, even though anyone who knows on my channel, I'm not big on religion personally. If you're someone who's into music and you're playing music for your church or anything, feel free to like put your stuff out there and like do that, because I think the best thing that I do like about the church is like the pipe organs and the music, because music is true and I like music. So anything that you're doing, this is a really good positive way. But just keep in mind too that I have opinions in how I view the world. And if you ask me my opinion, I'm going to tell you. But I don't want you to think of it as being negative. It's just a different way to look at the world. But that's cool that you're working on your album. My brother is an audio engineer. So if you're ever looking for someone to help you, you know, get your album to the next level, come into my streams, and maybe one of these days I can put his information up here. I'll ask him, and maybe you guys can do it, because he's really good. I couldn't be Nuzum. Well, I would agree with that. I do like pork and bacon and ribs. I'm from the country. Nothing like some barbecue ribs and some cornbread and some collard greens and some mac and cheese. Yeah, I couldn't be Muslim because of that. I wouldn't give up pork. I don't eat too much pork, but I do like me some. I am carnivorous. My dad is a country rapper as well. All right, there you go. Hey, that's cool. I can feel that. So Wynn had a bike accident. Wynn was saying, I was on my e-bike, a bicycle, fractured pinky. My ex cheated and left me after years of being in a relationship and drowning myself with distractions. And oh yeah, yep. When did you turn to any substances when you did that? By the way, guys, I got to go close the gate for these chickens real quick. So if I come out here and the signal fades, I apologize. When this is my first album. Okay, Uncle Hannah said this is my first album, and my dad's management team has pissed me off. Interesting. Well, why? I'm gonna cut the Wi-Fi. Just if it goes off real quick, I gotta go over here and see. We have the chickens over here, so let me give this. Let's see here. I'll keep you guys open right here. We all out into the darkness. Let's see here. Let's see if the chickens came in. I guess my question is why? Why are you pissed off? You're doing an album and you're doing it with your dad. You got a team. Why are you pissed off about it? Let me cut the. This will be better. See my chickens, guys? You guys want to see my chickens? There you go. See them? Ooh. So what did he do to piss you off then? They should be all right. There we go. We come back out here. Looks over there. That's good. Nice. Look at that. That's why you should keep coming back to my streams when I have them, because you got a new subscriber. Oh, I got to shut this door because this door was left open. That's cool. You got a new subscriber. No. There we go. All right. There we go. Can you guys see me okay? Oh, you like that one? Yeah. It's got 3 right here, and it's independent, so you can 1, 2, 3 off, 1, 2, 3 off. You have 2 independent lights. Yeah, I like it, man. It's pretty cool. All right, let's see here. Well, bam. Let's see if we have some good lighting over here. Well, bam. Let's see if we have some good lighting. Anyways. Yeah, the neck light's pretty cool. This is my favorite light. I forget the brand of it. It's usually on it. I forget the name of it. But yeah, it's really cool because it's LED. It has 3 different lights and they're independent. It's good if you're reading. It's good if you're working. Yeah, I like this light too. All right, now we're coming back into the house. And we're back. All right, cut those off. Okie dokie. There we go. Good. Glad you like my neck light. Okay. Got to do one thing now. I got my rice cooker right here. I need to take my rice. I got to take my big rice cooker and make some dishes real quick. That neck light. Yeah, this is one of my favorite neck lights. Oh man, I thought it had the name. Oh, a glucosant. A glucosant. A glucosant is the name of the light. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yep. Glucosant.
It is a glucosant. It is a glucosant light. It is a glucosant light.
All right, how much rice? This is what I do. I take my rice cooker. We'll take this. We'll pull this right here. Undo that. Take this right here. Yep. See, guys, when you want to build muscle or you want to eat, you know, I find that this sticky rice is a really good carb, and it's probably my favorite carb to eat in order to grow muscle. And all I do is take the big old thing of rice and do this. Then I keep this in the refrigerator with this on top. And then when I'm ready to have some rice, I have it there. And if I want to heat it up, I just stick it back in the ice in the rice cooker. Very simple.
Very simple, very efficient.
All right, you guys got me back now. What you guys got? St. Jason said, I'm a gadget guy. I like flashlight, knives, and watches. Hannah, I subscribe to your channel. Yes, so give me 1 second. Let me make sure my Wi-Fi got back onto
They're
this.
split. They debate if 2 times a week frequency is better than 3. And then they completely ignore the big obvious, which is whether they're actually generating